Hello everyone, my name is Antonio and I am an optometrist. In this video, I'll be demonstrating how to take your contact lenses out properly. There are too many people out there that struggle to take contact lenses out of their eyes, and that's not good because the person you'll need to see immediately if the lenses get stuck or your eyes go red is an optometrist. So let's learn to do it properly. We must start by putting the lens in. The lens I'm using here is the CooperVision MyDay. I think this lens is really well rounded, not too rigid, not too soft, which makes it great for beginners. With insertion, remember the monkey grip technique. Over the head with the opposite hand and bring up the upper eyelid from the eyelash margin and not from the brow margin. With the other hand, do the same thing with the lower eyelid, not from here, but from here. Slowly approach the eye, keeping this eye open as wide as possible. Wait for 3 seconds until the lens sticks on, and bam. There's a separate tutorial on how to insert contact lenses over here. Now for the removal. You want to bring this lower eyelid down as far as possible, and I mean as far as possible. A lot of beginners will bring it down like this and think that's enough, but no. Pull it down until you physically can't anymore. A common question I get asked is, will I need to pull the upper eyelid up? And the quick answer is no. Instead, try to open your eyes as wide as possible as if you're shocked or surprised, and your eyelids should open themselves up. We're going to drag the lens away from the colored part of the eye onto the line where the white and the pink part of your eyes meet. It's important to keep calm while you do this because excessive blinking will force the lens to go back up onto the cornea. So try not to blink while you do this. If you happen to blink, then try dragging down again. Another mistake beginners like to make is that they'll drag the lens down using their index finger like this. And that's not good because by the time you're finished dragging, you're poking yourself in the eye. Instead, I like to use the side of my finger to drag down, following the contour of the eyeball. Remember not to drag completely vertically as you won't get much grip on the lenses. Follow a curve motion so you get the most grip on the lens. After you've dislodged the lens away from the cornea, it's time to use the soft part of your fingers to pinch the lens out. Remember not to use your fingernails as you run the risk of either injuring yourself or damaging the contact lens. Gently slide your fingers over the white part of the eye until you can feel the lens fold and take it out. Let's have a look at that in real time. Pull down the lower eyelid. With this other finger, drag the lens down. And when it's dislodged, sort of like this, you want to use the soft part of your fingers to gently pinch the lens out. When doing this, try to look straight so that you can see what you're doing. It's instinctive for your eyes to roll up, but try to avoid it if you can. Try it out for yourself and let me know down in the comments if it works for you. And don't forget to press like while you're at it. Here are some frequently asked questions. What do I do if my eyelids get too twitchy and I can't get them out? Well, the ideal solution is to be able to take it out yourself, otherwise you'll need to go to an optometrist to take it out for you. An alternative method of taking the lens out that doesn't involve touching the eye is to clamp the eyelids onto the white part of your eyes like this, spreading them out wider than the lens itself, pressing down into the eye socket and squeezing the lens out. Here, I'll show you in real time. For this other method, you're also going to bring this lower eyelid down. But if you see any of the pink stuff, you're doing it wrong. So what you want to do is you want to clamp the eyelid onto the eyeball. Sort of like this. Likewise, with this other finger, I'm going to bring up the upper eyelid, clamp it onto my eyeball. I'm going to push in and squeeze. Here we go. This is the way that rigid contact lens wearers usually take their lenses out. But in an emergency, using this method with soft contact lenses shouldn't hurt. If you're struggling to fix your twitch, try to give yourself the death stare by opening nice and wide. This will stop the eyelid twitching. You do this by opening your eyes wide as if you're surprised or shocked. This is different to just simply raising my eyebrows. Look, this is me raising my eyebrows. and this is me opening my eyes wider. There is a difference. If I fail to take the lens out, will it ever get stuck at the back of my eye socket? No. This is how much room you have behind your eyelid, and that's because it's walled off by the conjunctiva. This is how big a contact lens usually is. There is just not enough room back there. Can I damage my eyes while taking the lens out with my fingers? Yes, and this is why we drag the lens away from the center. This part is relatively soft and fragile, whereas this part is rough. So you'd much rather slide your fingers across the white part of the eye. Are there any tools for taking out contact lenses? I did a separate video on this exact topic, so I would recommend watching that. After taking the lens out, be diligent by disposing them correctly, and if you're using monthly lenses, remember to store them in fresh solution every night. If you have any other questions, then let me know in the comments below. But that just about wraps up this tutorial. If you learned something new, or at least found something useful, then yay, thumbs up to you. If you want to thumbs up back, then they'll be greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.